it's tough because these times are emotional. And emotions can cloud good judgment because, let's face it, we care about people. Good people care about people. How poor of a position we were in, how frail we were, and how much we had all this tinkering to keep things held up and band-aided. Personal responsibility has always been a requirement for freedom and for financial freedom for that matter. And we were lulled to sleep after 2010 that you could just set it and forget it. If that becomes the only consideration you have, you're going to lose the game. As soon as the market goes down beyond a place where you can understand, control, or have any level of abundance left, it's time to get out. The writing has been on the wall, but nobody wants to listen when we're just fat, dumb, and happy, when we're just seeing returns without responsibility. Here's what I think is important for all of us to understand. Money is a snapshot. It's a snapshot of what we look like today from the value we created in the past. It's not a predictor of what our future looks like. But unfortunately, people collapse their self-worth and net worth, and because they become so entrenched and that's who they are, or that their money is something that they've got to hold on to, or else they have no value to bring to the world, then they get dropped into scarcity and they lose the ability to deliver service and solve problems and advance thinking for the future. And that's the real loss that we're facing today. Is that a lot of people should really consider, are you an investor or a speculator? Are you a gambler or are you managing your risk appropriately? Right now is not a time to be funding your retirement plan. I know financial people might be saying, oh, the market's on sale. It is time to build your liquidity. You need staying power. 6 months of savings set aside. If you don't have it, you're in turmoil right now. Net worth is not your greatest indicator of wealth. It's not even a great indicator of wealth because it's more of a snapshot, like I said, of where you're at today in the past, not where you're headed in the future. The reality is we've got to have enough cash on hand, number one, and then cash flow, number two. Cash flow and cash on hand. People don't have enough cash on hand because there's no commissions paid for that. People don't have enough cash flow because there's not enough commissions for that. Cash flow requires active investing. 95% of Americans are not economically independent at age 65. And here's the thing to make sure. Don't confuse all expenses into one. There's 4 types of expenses, and the 2 that get collapsed in crisis are destructive expenses and productive expenses. If there's anything to get from this, if there's anything to learn permanently, government can't save you. Corporations won't save you. And effort isn't enough. People were not listening before. It's time to listen.